coming out today. So thank you so much for coming out to recognize Worldwide Suicide Prevention Day and Septa's partnership with RSPTF. And if you don't know what that acronym stands for, we're going to share what that is. So I first would like to introduce Jim Fox, who works tirelessly in an effort to keep our system safe. Jim is the Assistant General Manager of System Safety. Please give a warm welcome. Jim?
Good morning. So today is September 10th, and more importantly, today is Worldwide Suicide Prevention and Awareness Day. Septa is proud to be a member of the Southeastern Regional Task Force for Suicide Prevention and Awareness. Today we have a lot of our key stakeholders and partners with us. We have Stephanie Gimeno, the Task Force Coordinator, Bucks County Commissioner Diane Marseglia, the Director and their team from the Bucks County Department of Human Services and the Bucks County Department of Behavioral Health. So every day, Septa moves about 1.2 million people through our system. And statistics would show that about 40% of them, or over 400,000, have been impacted with somebody with suicide loss. We feel at Septa it's our job and our commitment to help spread the word and get the message out for this important cause. Every year, people commit suicide on the nation's rail system. So far this year alone, Septa has experienced 8 suicides that ended up in fatalities on our rail network. These events are devastating not only to the individuals and their family, but to our crews, the passengers, and even the first responders and the support teams that are affected by these unfortunate situations. We want to spread the word as a steward in this community about this important cause. With help comes hope, and you matter. Today, Septa is committing our resources by having staff members from our safety department, our police department, our supervision and operations, and fellow members of the Southeastern Regional Task Force out at our stations this morning, handing out literature to spread the word. Additionally, Septa is committing to put over 1,400 posters similar to what you see in front of us on every one of our buses to continue to spread the word and get the message out about the network of support and help that's available for individuals. These car cards will remain on our buses throughout the month of September, and we're also going to add digital signs on some of our rail cars and our electronic advertising screens in our stations. We have also continued to support this effort by putting suicide prevention lifeline information at every one of our stations. At over 200 rail stations in our system, we're committed to have these signs spread out throughout the region so people have some information and know how they can get some help. Finally, on a daily basis, we continue to support this effort through our Twitter account, where we message out and mirror a lot of the national messaging for suicide prevention and awareness on Septa's System Safety Twitter account. We do this in a daily fashion, both in English and in Spanish, and it's our commitment that it doesn't end here today, that we're going to continue this effort all year long at Septa. At this point, I'd like to bring up Bucks County Commissioner Diane Marseglia to say a few words.
Thank you. Good morning, and thank you all for being here. This is such an honor for me to be here as a commissioner who is concerned about the safety of the residents of Bucks County, and as a mother who had a child who completed suicide. I understand the importance of this event. You know, there's an expression in politics that says about the third rail, you never touch the third rail in politics. It means you don't talk about certain issues. And that expression was stolen from transit, because there is a third rail in transit that electrifies the trains and subways, and people are to stay away from that. Septa was always courageous in putting up signs to tell people to stay away from those kinds of lines. Here they are, courageous again, to come up and say, it's okay to talk about suicide. You know, those electrified lines, people don't touch them because there's a sign there. They're not drawn to them because there's a sign. And there's been a long time fear that if we talk about suicide, it will encourage people to do that. It doesn't. What it does is helps people to talk about it and get the help. And we are all here because help is on the way for those people who make that important phone call to reach out. So we are so grateful that Septa keeps finding courage and bravery and keeps stepping up and helping to protect the people of Bucks County and the entire region. So, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. We come together this morning to acknowledge the start of National Suicide Prevention Week and September as Suicide Prevention Month. My name is Gimeno. I'm the coordinator for the Regional Suicide Prevention Task Force of Southeastern Pennsylvania and Community Liaison for Brooklyn Behavioral Hospital in Fort Washington. Suicide is currently the 10th leading cause of death in the United States. In 2017, 44,965 individuals lost their lives to suicide nationwide. Often, a number this large can be difficult to imagine. For reference, Philadelphia's own baseball stadium holds a maximum capacity of just over 43,000 individuals. For every suicide death, there are 25 attempts. There are countless lives impacted by suicide every single day. In spite of these shocking statistics, however, there is hope. This hope can be found through the knowledge that suicide is the most preventable type of death. It can be found in the work of so many who have dedicated their lives to breaking the stigma, educating those around them, and lending their ears and hearts to those seeking help. It can be found in the courage of so many who are willing to share that they have had thoughts of suicide, in the courage of lost survivors, and in the courage of those who are choosing to be here tomorrow. The Regional Suicide Prevention Task Force, many of which you see behind me, is comprised of individuals who have personally experienced thoughts of suicide and who have survived attempts, of parents, children, siblings, and friends, of those who have taken their lives, of professionals, and of volunteers. We strive for our communities to know that with help, there is hope. We are so grateful for this collaboration with Septa to provide compassion, support, and resource information to our local communities. Together, we aim to reach out to these communities and offer the message that you matter. This month, I challenge you to learn about suicide's warning signs. I challenge you to ask someone how you can help them if you feel that they may need it. I challenge you to research at least one local resource. I challenge you to save the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline in your phone. Together, we can help save lives. If you or someone you know is thinking of suicide, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK, T-A-L-K, or text the crisis line, PA, to 741-741. I would like to thank the hardworking, passionate members of the Regional Suicide Prevention Task Force who have dedicated so much of their time to their communities and to our region. Many of these individuals have been present at various stations this morning to help raise awareness of suicide. Thank you to Brooklyn Behavioral Hospital for your endless support of all of our initiatives. Finally, I would like to thank Septa for this wonderful campaign. We're grateful beyond measure for this collaboration and for the opportunity to work with you to offer hope and to save lives here in southeastern Pennsylvania. Today and always, remember that you matter. Thank you.
So once again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, specifically our task force coordinator, Stephanie Gimeno, and our Bucks County Commissioner, Diane Marseglia. And to all of the people on the task force, Bucks County Behavioral Health and Bucks County Department of Health, you guys do tremendous work in our community, and you should all give yourselves a hand for all the efforts and work you do to help save our community and keep it thriving on a daily basis. With that ends our press conference, but it doesn't end our efforts. We're going to continue, as I said, to promote and support this and be a partner on this task force for not only the upcoming year, but in years to come. Thanks again for all coming out, and stay dry.